Hello, my name is Tom Stiles, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show number 343. Tried doing some reception testing last night on shortwave, and during the time frame when I was trying to do it, band conditions were not so good. And unfortunately, I found out this morning, about an hour after I gave up, band conditions were good for a while, and I totally missed the window of good shortwave reception. So this morning I was thinking that I would do some searching around on the internet and see if I could find some useful web page for my viewers. And I think I have, if you're interested in old radios. So here we go. It's the Western Historic Radio Museum. And the website address is radioblvd.com. And this guy whoever set this up has done a lot of work, an extensive amount of work, because there is a lot of information, detailed information about old radios. So let's just go down and glance at a few pages, and then if you think you might enjoy this, you can go to the web page yourself. So here he's got wireless apparatus, 1920 radios and communication equipment, and he's got full articles and photos. And then here's another category: vintage communication and amateur radio equipment, rebuilding communication equipment. Goes into details what it takes to rebuild certain radios. And then here's the photo galleries. We could pick one of these. Let's just pick one of these. Let's see. Vintage table radios. 1930 to 1950. Let's just go there for a second. And the thing is, he's got tons of these pictures and descriptions, and it just goes on and on and on and on. Some of these radio, I like that. That is a classic radio. There's a piano, slot machine radio, unbelievable. So let's try something else. Let's try something more technical. Let's see. Vintage communications and amateur radio equipment. See if I've got any of or had any of these. So let's see. I have a Hammerlin Super Pro. So let's go see what he's got there. So here's an introduction. A lot of history. Tons of history, pictures of out of old magazines. Now that doesn't look like my Super Pro. This is the early vintage Super Pros, like for instance 1937 and 1939. Mine's not that old. Nah, it's getting a little closer. Mine has this double dial thing. But mine, I believe, is a 600, model 600. So we're down to 1942 to 1945 military Super Pro. Again, doesn't look like my radio. Not yet. Look at these. Look at this. The way these things are built. I mean, my radio probably weighs 100 pounds, I'd guess. I mean, it is just massive. Super Pro. More information. Oh, look at all these details. 200. See, it's SP200. I can say, I believe mine's a 600. So it may be way down. Look at this page, goes on forever and ever. There is a message for you. Thank you. Talks about restoring one. Look at all these components. I wish I was still into restoring things. I was never really into restoring things. I just kind of cleaned up things, and on simple radios I'd realign them. Realigning this baby would be tedious, to say the least. The other problem is I've got a couple of radios I would like to realign or check the alignment, but wouldn't you know it, over the years I haven't used my test equipment for a while, and both my oscilloscope and my signal generator are kaputs. So it's kind of one of those catch-22s, if I don't have test equipment, I can't fix my test equipment. So I've been looking around on eBay to see if I can find some test equipment to repair my test equipment. Okay, we still haven't found a radio that I've got. Did I miss it? I must have missed it. 6. Ah, there it is. This one is similar to mine. And that's, yep, SP600. That's the one I've got right there. And it needs aligning very bad. I got it used, and it wasn't receiving that well to begin with, so the alignment was off. And you got to keep in mind, let me see if it says here on this particular page how old this radio could be. This is 1953. 600JX-21. I don't know if I have a JX21. So you can see it's pretty old radio, so I'm sure it needs an alignment, probably some capacitors replaced. Okay, let's back up, and I want to do one more looking at some of his pages, and then I'll leave it up to you to peruse through these pages. I mean, it's really really a lot of information. Now here's post WW2 ham gear. Let's see what's in here. I've seen that. I don't own one of those. Same there. I owned one of those at one time, but it had pretty well been chopped up, so it didn't work. Wasn't worth recovering. I also was given one of those, and I wish I would have kept it. It needed work, and I just didn't take the time. This was 25 years ago, to try to restore it. I wish I had. Lots of details, lots of nice pictures. There's a National. I've always wanted to have one of these Nationals. This was like a Johnson. Yeah, that's a Johnson Viking type radio. Wow. And look at this. And boy, these things are like really built. This is obviously a transmitter. That's a Collins. Ooh, I've got that radio right there. I've got that radio. It was restored by a friend, and he got one that was even better, so he gave me this one. And I thought this meter, because it looks, I mean, my radio that he gave me, I don't know what he didn't like about it, but it's mint. And I thought this was, on mine, a replacement meter, because it didn't quite fit in. But I see, that was the meter that came with it. This is the one similar he has. He has the full console. That's the KWS-1. And he gave me the 75A-4. I think I did a video on that, because that's probably my best radio that I've got of older radios. So anyway, I just want to show you this website. I think it's very interesting if you're interested in old radios. Got a lot of pages here, a lot of details. And see if I can go back to the main page here. There it is. There's the main page. So it's radioblvd.com. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. That tells me I'm producing things that you're interested in. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. And if you do give me a thumbs down, tell me why you didn't like it. That is very helpful information. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.